Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Risk of Rain 2. So today we're taking the engineer out, and I spent a little bit of time thinking about whether it would be worth it, because the enemies on this difficulty are getting a little scary, whether it would be worth it to go back to the bubble shield from the lances. I think where I've come down on this is the way to make us safest is to kill the enemies. The dead deal very little damage, and maybe that'll turn out to be true. Honestly, I'm not 100% convinced that this is the right move, but I do like the harpoons a lot now that we've spent some time playing with them, and I kind of just don't want to go back to the bubble shield because I think it's less fun to play with. So, fingers crossed that this turns out to be right. I also decided that we're going to bring the Carbonizer Turrets this time. This is largely just me not feeling like I have a very good sense of how powerful they are, and also, you know, we're going to need help with a lot of enemies. Like, as things scale up, and especially as we loop, the basic enemies are going to be more and more dangerous relative to us, and it'll be nice to have turrets with us all the time, because, you know, the cooldown on these is long enough that you can't just deploy them for every fight. Hopefully that'll actually work out the way I want. It's possible that the turrets will only follow us about as well as drones do, which is to say that we will still have to be replacing them all the time. And of course, remember, the turrets inherit all of your items, but they only inherit the items that you had at the moment that they were placed. And so it is possible we will periodically have to replace them just to keep up with our inventory. Alright, I like this. Get our Newt altar right away, and I do think that the engineer is capable of taking on the void fields basically immediately. I'll just go ahead and fire all four of those. The appropriate number will hit that guy, and then the others will go find the other guys to kill. So yeah, the turrets they're a little on the slow side. Not necessarily a huge fan of that move speed. Okay, we should definitely hit a combat shrine. Where's that harpoon going? Does it have somebody? Oh, it almost got him. Alright, remember we have a class of mine that I think is a little bit more broadly useful now. So I'm going to try to remember to use these in combat a little bit more. Why would I do that? Why would I move forward into the thing? I knew it was right there. Interesting. It seems like the getting frozen ate all of the harpoons we had charged up. Right, because when we came out of it, our harpoon skill only had one charge left on it, but it didn't actually fire the 3 that we had targeted. Well, I guess that's a thing to remember, although really the lesson to take is just don't get frozen. Alright, we don't have any idea where the teleporter is yet, right? Here, let's just go hit that, and then... I mean, it's not a very large level. There's only so many places it could be. Okay, obviously, that is a pretty bad item. It's possible. I don't actually know how the AI for the turrets works. It's possible that they will tend to get close enough to enemies to benefit from that. Obviously, though, I'm pretty pleased to have pulled a ukulele so early. That didn't work. Go forth, harpoons, and find things to murder. Alright, let's grab this and then hit the teleporter. So probably don't need more fireworks. Bustling fungus, not that exciting. Come on, roll the dice. That's fine. Alright, we'll make sure to grab that at some point during the fracas here, but let's get started. So let's just replace the turrets with our new items. Yeah, the other mines are probably better for players who plan ahead a little bit more, but I feel like we get really good damage out of these ones. Alright, that's probably going to be a kill right there, right? Yeah, easy. And we get a Beetle Guard, who I'm not necessarily wild about. I mean, It's fine. I do find the Beetle Guard a little bit annoying, and I'm sure I've talked about that at length. I wish he didn't block your projectiles. I think that it would help a lot if he didn't block your projectiles. Although I will say, it's a shame that the turrets don't inherit your Beetle Guard. They do not inherit the boss item, so we do not have 3 Beetle Guards up right now. I wonder how many items they just don't benefit from at all. Boy, this feels like it's going down a lot more smoothly than the previous character's first boss fights, doesn't it? The engineer does not necessarily require a huge skill investment to play. Alright, really quickly, we're at 437. Probably I should just go, but we're gonna just sweep the rim over here. That looks like a healing drone? I would take a healing drone. Okay, absolutely happy with that. So I don't know, maybe we don't have to go as fast as I'm thinking we have to go. It does seem very difficult to go as fast as I want to. I think we'll open this. There are some lunar items that I wouldn't be sad to have. I mean, there's no reason not to take that, but I don't want to use it, probably. You know, at the very least, if we find one of those pool thingies, we can trade it out for a pearl. That would be cool. Okay, so we're leaving at close to 6 minutes. Definitely slower than I would like. A 9-minute first stage on Rainstorm would feel slow. And sure, I'm just out here spending lunar coins without necessarily any expectation that they will be good for us. But it doesn't matter because we're totally gonna win this run, right? We're gonna end up positive on this one. I do feel like the Beetle Guard's gonna be pretty helpful during the Void Fields. Alright, do we want any of this stuff? I think the Purity... I think proc items are probably really good for us, so... Probably the Purity's a bad pull. Yo! Brilliant Behemoth also would be really good, especially since the turrets benefit from it. But, obviously, we're gonna have to hope to stumble across one of those in the wild. I really feel bad. I feel like Newt's trying to communicate with me, and I have no ability to understand what he is trying to express. Alright, where's the thing? There it is. I could do without the crunching. It doesn't need to crunch. Did I miss? Nah, we're good. Everything's fine. Obviously, everything, including my ankles, is fine. So I don't actually know if the cooldown is different between the two types of turrets. I could see it being reasonable to put a longer cooldown on these ones, and my guess is that we will have to, my guess is that we probably will have to replace them for each cell, because I bet they will die traveling from place to place. So that could be a little inconvenient. The key here is going to be patience. Patience and also, you know, obviously, murdering things very quickly. Let's give these time to start cooling down. Oh, they jump around. That's kind of cute. They are adorable. And it is adorable that they each have their own little teddy bear. I like the way they watch us. There is definitely sort of a canine suggestion to their behavior, I'll say. I can hear that. I can hear the bison. I really just... I want to shoot him. Okay, he's getting close. I guess our dude has aggroed on something. Whatever, he'll probably be fine. Alright, well, I mean, extra mine, I guess, is fine. I wonder if that changes the number that we're allowed to have out. I would assume it has to, right? Because I believe, normally, if you throw down a 5th mine, it blows up the first one. Yeah, okay, now if we throw down a 6th mine, it blows up the first one. Okay. That does work the way you would want it to work. Okay, crowbar could be scary. There are some enemies who I will not want to have 5 crowbars. The Beetle Guard has very poor natural health regeneration, but honestly, it would probably be, as as horrible as it feels to say this, it would probably be beneficial to us if he would just run out in the void and die real quick. Oh, they have collision. They climb on each other. Can I climb on them? No, they don't have any collision for me. I'm pretty sure we saw one of them walk across the head of the other one, though. We're hearing footsteps, but I think they're up above us, which means they're never going to figure out a way to fight us. Well, this is going to be maybe a pretty slow-paced void field for the first little moment. Oh, the mines were just about to get to do something. Okay, this time all we have to do is walk in a straight line. Are the turrets going to be able to keep up on this? Pretty much. I mean, I'll just... The cooldown is, in fact, short enough. We don't need to sit here and watch them suffer. So the bad news is we have no health items. So we do just have to sit here and regen. And unfortunately, with a lot of loadouts, I would be like, well, let's open it up and we'll regen in combat. But we don't have any of the combat health regen items either. So this is maybe just going to be a very slow void field that I will maybe just cut from here. You know what? I think that's what I'll do. I'll see y'all again in a minute here. Okay, so I did complete the void fields, obviously, as you can see here. You can see from the item list, we didn't get anything totally amazing. I mean, like, I like a Will-o'-the-Wisp. The dash, the energy drink is cool. We got a med kit eventually. And our red item is the head stomper. So we have super jumps, and we no longer take fall damage. Wow. Wow, actually, that's very impressive. Do they always jump when I jump? Okay, that's adorable. And we also have the stomp attack now, which I think does a lot of damage. You know, we'll try to use it, I guess. Anyway, I discovered 2 interesting things, though, while doing this. First of all, you know, the turrets have collision with each other, right? But they don't have collision with us. But I discovered accidentally that what they do have collision with is the spider mines. The spider mines totally stick to them. So I think this could be a thing that we do. Let them carry the spider mines into battle. That's pretty fun. The other thing I discovered, I found while I was running over to the portal from the last cell. Check this out. I'm actually super pleased with it. This is a super cool thing. If you come over here to this corner, there's a weird object on the ground. You can probably see it already. If you look at this edge of it, it has a very unusual effect on it, and some of you might recognize it. Some of you might already know what this is. There is one other object in the game that has this like very red version of the sparkly star void effect, and I'm kind of bummed out that I didn't recognize what this was when we saw it on the other thing. It's the other piece of the tablet from the vulture area. I guess it got void cut in half, and half of it fell through to here. So I don't remember what the other half of it looks like right now, and I'm not going to stress about it, but we have another code in case we want to enter that. I think that's super cool. That is a really, really neat way for them to hide a code in the game world. They have done just some fantastic work. This game is extremely, extremely good. I have to admit, I was a little leery when I heard the concept and like saw the first couple of GIFs they put up. Like, yeah, we're doing another Risk of Rain, and this time it's 3D. I was like, is that even gonna work? Is that does that represent an improvement over the existing product? But yeah, they did some real cool stuff here. Okay, so we are 6 minutes in, and we have what I would describe as a pretty solid grip of items here. Let's see if we can just keep the speed up. I'm gonna stomp this guy. Nope, never mind. He's not going to be in a place for me to stomp him for very long. Okay. That just straight up killed an elite from full health. That's pretty good. Now, it would be great if we could find the buttons. Oh, except I guess I don't know that we could hold the buttons down because we don't have stationary turrets. They're just going to wander off and get lost. So yeah, maybe never mind. I guess that's a pretty good reason to bring the stationary turrets. For quite a while there, during the approach, I assumed that was our dude. Do we want... With the Head Stomper plus the Hopu Feather, I could probably get up there. Do we want to pull the thing? Do we want to go to the shop? Okay, I'll take an infusion. That seems fine. I mean, I guess technically the shop is valuable. Please tell me the two buttons are just like really close together. No? Alright, well... That's a shame. Because, like, obviously with the harpoons, the bands are pretty valuable. Oh well. Alright, let's just go hit the button. I'm not going to stress about going to the shop. I wouldn't want to do a blind pool trade. If we had a scrapper, it would be a different story. Also, I just totally didn't even spawn my dudes at the beginning of the thing here. We'll get the money together for all the other stuff around us over the next couple of minutes here. Just throw mines directly at the boss, because who needs finesse? Our damage output's, like, pretty okay. For a second there, I didn't know what that huge thing was, but apparently it was just a portion of the boss rolling toward us. You know what, I guess, honestly, the stun grenade's probably worth picking up. More for our turrets to have than for us. Oh, that's a very good drop indeed. So do our turrets... I want to watch them shoot at something. Okay, they do a lot of little ticks. But my guess is proc-based items are probably really powerful on these turrets. I mean, they're pretty good on the other turrets, too. Let's just get some mines out here. And they can figure out their own targeting. Also, you get a mine. Nope, never mind. Wow, he really didn't want to carry that mine for us. Holy crap. I kind of love the, I kind of love them leaping into space all the time. I was not super happy when we got this this particular red item, but now I am overjoyed. All right, we have 352 money and a pretty reasonable sprint speed. Let's just take a quick look down here. We're not going to go all the way back, like deep into the other area, but okay. Well, this is something. All right, well, there's a chest right there. We may as well grab that. Plus, I could use another health item or two. Another defensive item or two. Alright, bustling fungus, obviously not so good. Looks like there aren't any chests over here. So we'll wrap around this way and then leave. Getting out of here before 11 minutes is fine. The important thing is we're accelerating, I think. Okay, another green chest. Well, I mean, mobility is important. It is important to run fast. And this will help our turrets get around too, which is definitely non-zero value. Yeah, I kind of like having a fireworks or two on Monsoon. Alright, sadly we are here far too late. No free gun for us. Nobody's getting accumulated today, sadly. I should probably spawn you guys. And then I trust them to handle the imps. They can probably do it between the two of them. Alright, gunner drone at 170 something. Are there any other enemies around here that we can shoot at? Oh, we can start with that. Let's go hit that thing, and then we can loop back up. I do love an early combat shrine. Hey look, we found all of the enemies. Let's just get one of these guys out here. Well, I didn't think that was who I had targeted. That was kind of a lot of health. It was definitely more than I was expecting. It's legitimately difficult to get through. Alright, we have a grinder, and I should probably... I mean, what do I have that I'm really unhappy with, I guess is the question. The squid turrets. I do not much care for the squid turrets. But that's kind of it. I guess... better than the thing I'm never going to use. Okay, so there's a fair number of interactables over there, and also the teleporter. I am going to grind the squid turrets, and then we're going to move on. Hold on, I should probably do this in a way that actually makes sense. I'm cheap, and I don't want to pay for the fan that will boost us up here trivially. Squid turret. I mean, I don't think any of our white items are actively bad. I don't even really want to get rid of the extra magazine. Okay, we'll get this one. You know what? Actually, I will print the bustling fungus. I had sort of forgotten about that. I don't value these very much. Weird that I somehow managed to pick up just one of those. Alright, let's hit the thing, and then we'll go scout for other stuff later. Oh hey, it's a magma worm. Yeah, it's a lot of damage, and unfortunately, like, you can never really feel safe from the magma worm, because he can always just come up underneath you. You can try to stay off the ground a lot. That does mean that he is semi-frequently going to kill your turrets as well. Not a lot to be done about it. Even just like trying to stay mobile so that he's not... Like, what if you just make it so you're never stationary enough for him to be able to come up under you? Doesn't quite work, because even when he's trying to come up directly under you, he doesn't always do a good job of it. Like, sometimes he misses. He frequently misses by a little bit because he comes up at like a weird angle. And so half the time, running away from him just makes him hit you when he otherwise wouldn't have. It's a rough situation. I really like the spider mines. I'm probably just like, I'm too impatient and I don't think ahead enough to really make good use of the other mines. Alright, are there things right over here? Yeah, there's some... Boy, there's some stuff. There's really not a lot close to us. Alright, I'm going to go all the way out to the beach. Maybe that's not a good use of our... maybe that's not the best use of our time, but... we have all this money. Feels like we should buy something with it. Okay, I love crit glasses. Especially given that we have the Huntress's thing already. A key versus a shield and a monster tooth. I guess we'll take a key. I don't really like any of that. Isn't there more? Guess not. Alright, let's go. We'll come down through, like, the valley over here and probably be able to pick up some stuff. Although, sadly, some of the stuff we were seeing there is... okay, that's the chest for the Prion accumulator, which we cannot interact with. Yeah, wow, it would be kind of nice if these things showed up in different colors. I'm not going to print my scrap into attack speed syringes, because I don't think they're good enough for us. They're not bad, certainly, but not good enough. And we ended up not really gaining any time on this stage. We're just going to be between 5 and 6 minutes per level, it looks like, which I think is a little slow. I think you want to be more between 4 and 5. Let's make sure that we're getting rid of these nests. Is Death Mark good for us? Here's a question. Does the slow from our turrets leave a debuff behind? Let's actually watch them fight something. Yes, it does. It does leave a little red slow. So actually, Death Mark might be easy for us to apply, depending on whether that slow stacks with the Chrono Bauble slow. And obviously, we do not have a Chrono Bauble. But that's a thing that could change. Get him. Alright, get there eventually. 394. Okay, there we go. We can make this happen. This could happen. It is nice to have no fall damage. Are there any nests over here? I guess I could have looked up there for more nests as well. Fortunately, you don't have to get them all. And yes, I do see the bird desperately trying to kill us. I am disregarding him intentionally as a way of destroying his self-esteem. Sometimes you gotta engage in psychological warfare. Okay, Brooch seems pretty good. Seems like a good item for the turrets to have, for sure. Right, let's go this way and see if we can find enough nests to spawn the boss. Boy, it does feel like we're seeing a real dearth of them, huh? Well, 6 mines, I guess, is okay. Alright, I'll take another hit. Wow, we managed to get lucky with the tougher times twice in a row there. That's pretty good. It turns out there is no amount of bustling funguses that is too great. Man, what are the odds of that? We have 3 bears, and we resisted 4 consecutive hits off the thing. Okay, one more nest. I'm sure we can find one more. There's almost always one on top of the ship, right? There we go. It's really not even that many that you have to destroy. Okay, a second Kara's band is fine. Just gonna replace the turrets real fast. So it seems like the spider mines will stick to just about anything. Yeah, there we go. They can, in fact, be used on the boss. Is that true of the normal mines as well? Do they stick to enemies? I guess they're way less effective even if they do, because they won't have time to arm all the way. Oof, this is tough. Let's maybe find a place to hide for a second here while we pick off some of these enemies. Turrets are not surviving here as well as I would like them to. The band does give us access, I suppose, to a very slow hiding-based fighting style, which obviously is not optimal for us to use, given everything else about the way timescaling works. Get me out of the zone. We're definitely having some problems here that are turret cooldown related. Oh, bad time. Bad time. Okay, so we've been teleported way into outer space here. Let's just take a moment to figure things out. I guess I have bustling fungus. I have no idea where my healing drone is. It probably can't find us, because we really got booted there. Alright, back to it. Oh hey, one of those pools. Well, that's a shame we got rid of our lunar item. Oh, it did eventually figure out where we were. Is it gonna come back down here? I mean, we can do this. Although apparently I'm going to have to navigate its cover manually because the turrets or the harpoons aren't smart enough. Waiting for him to lose his shield. That's very annoying. Okay, he's coming back down. He figured out where we are again. So yeah, you try not to step in the slow, so that it is easier for you to not get hit by the everything else. Oh gosh. Okay. Ooh, that was a little close. Yeah, I really like being able to just stick the spider mines directly onto airborne enemies. That is super helpful. Oh, you asshole. Okay. Well, that took forever. It was really, really bad for our time. And it looks like we got... What is that? Oh, what a shame. I thought for a second there we were seeing electricity sparking off of it, and I was going to be like, oh, actually, Tesla coil seems great on the mobile turrets. Alien head, on the other hand, not so much. Okay, tri-tip dagger, very exciting, though. This, you know what? Sure. Sure, I'm in the mood for that. Alright, so is the thing going to be down here, then? So we haven't seen it yet, have we? I believe we are on 0 sparkles. Perhaps I am mistaken. But I thought we had seen neither hide nor hair of the thing. Oh, it's up here. I see. Just lay down all these mines real fast. Oh good, more magma worms! Also, lots and lots and lots of isolates. Oh, I would so much rather have the isolates. I'm sorry I complained. Jesus. Did we also... It also spawned a vagrant when we hit the teleporter? You're not allowed to do that. Okay, well this is a nightmare. This could be really bad, actually. I do like the fact that, at least in theory, we have a way of getting down quickly, which could be helpful. Just try to stick as many mines as I can to this guy, and then go hide for a second while everything cools down. Yeah, I guess the alien head is helpful for that. Unfortunately, I feel like, oh, bad. Well, I did hold the button to descend quickly, but then I landed on the edge of the platform that I was clearly no longer above, and so we died instead. Alright, well, you know, that wasn't that long. Let's get in here and give it one more go. I think sometimes the collision boxes of things in this game are a little weird, a little not what I think they ought to be. All right, get them, guys. Then try to stick some. Damn it! Why are you so mobile all of a sudden? Well, I was gonna stick some spider mines to our turrets there, but they were not into it. Yeah, my plan there was to use the Stomper to get behind cover, so as not to get jellyfished. I'm pretty sure that I've never seen it, when you pull the teleporter, spawn multiple different bosses before. Obviously, it frequently spawns multiples of the same boss. I didn't even realize it was possible to get Magma Worm plus Vagrant. And frankly, I don't like it. I don't care for that. You can kind of cheat up the side of this thing. Okay, it's not even up here. It's definitely going to take me a second to adjust to having to care about fall damage again. You know, actually, sticky bombs are probably really, really good for us. So, I think we see Ember's way over there. We'll loop around through this side then, kind of take the long way. Let's go forth, harpoons. Find all of the enemies. Spawn me just a little bit more money. There we go. Okay, also pretty good. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm pretty okay with the rate of items here. Our items per second at the beginning of the game coming up pretty well. I'm trying to think. There's not too many locations on this this version of the map where I know the Newt altar can show up. Okay, interesting. Probably better. Weird that it was two equipment. Okay, definitely not over here in this corner. Yeah, it looks like we're probably just not getting a Newt altar on this, or we're probably not going to the shop on this first one. That's fine. That's not a big deal. It also looks like there's not a lot of reason for us to explore... Oh, there it is. Well, we can't reach that, unfortunately. It looks like there's not a ton of reason for us to explore very much after killing the boss. We got a lot of the stuff already. Just make sure you guys are present here. Man, Gorig's Opus is pretty good. It's definitely, in my opinion, one of the more powerful equipment items. I feel like I see it a lot less than the others. Is that Bandolier? I believe it is. That's a shame. Alright, so there's a healing drone over here that I'd like to grab right after the event ends. And then there's like a chest on the other side. And then we're just going. So we'll be on some kind of pace. Right about 5 minutes is like fine, I guess. You with us. On the whole, I do not think we've done horribly item-wise here. Like, I think the sticky bombs are really good. I think the stun grenade's pretty good. Topaz is lovely. I'm not mad about fireworks. The only thing that's really a disappointment... Yeah, that's great. The only thing that's really a disappointment is the bandolier. Alright, 5.5 minutes. It took longer for the teleporter to charge than I would have liked. And I do not yet know how long it takes. It might just be 100 seconds. It might be 1% per second. Let's get one of these down right now. Fireworks having a little bit of trouble finding targets. That is a goat hoof printer. Honestly, our white quality items are good, though. And I think our equipment's good enough that we're probably not opening any more equipment boosters, or equipment crates, rather. So let's see, we don't have access to the area up there. Looks like there's no Newt altar up on top of that pedestal, which is a place where it sometimes is. So let's check behind the behind this thing. And if it's not in the water, then I just don't have any idea. We'll just move on. I don't mind a Hopu Feather, I guess. It's nice to have something to prevent you from taking fall damage. We do, in fact, have it. Alright. Let's go get a Void Field. And probably I'll do another cut there. War Banner versus Blank. I think I'm gonna roll the dice on a blank one here. Apparently the camera phased through the wall there and just really screwed everything up. Okay. That's probably a good pull. So if we pull the teleporter, like, right now, Probably looking at 10 minutes before we can leave. Ah, damn it. Maybe 4 minutes is somewhat infeasible. Especially on a character who doesn't really have any speed boosts. I should probably fire all my harpoons, then hit Gorag's Opus, so that they could be recharging while I'm taking advantage of all my bonus attack speed. Okay. Easy. That is a pretty damn good item. Chrono Bauble to go with our Death Mark. I like it. I like a lot of the way this run is starting, honestly. There's a lot here to recommend it. The Engineer sort of gets the best of both worlds. And that, like, the items that are, at least if you're running with the harpoons, the items that are good for the big slow damage characters are really, really good for you, and the items that are good on the proc damage characters are really good for your turrets. And honestly, still pretty good for you during the grenade launcher times. I will definitely open that. Got him. That feels a little screwed up. Yeah, we'll go grab that, and then we will report to the teleporter. Alright, something amazing. Well, yeah, that's fine. I don't know exactly how that works, but it's probably pretty good for the turrets. I mean, when they choose to actually target what you want them to target. Okay, 1020 is... that's alright. That is a Shrine of the Mountain that we've missed. That said, given what we got as our boss item, I don't know that it matters too much. So during the Void Fields here, we want to keep an eye out to see if the turrets are applying both of the slows, or if the one supersedes the other. I don't think we want any of that. Certainly don't want to do stealth kits. Don't want to trade for... that's in Kohana's opinion, right? Pretty sure we don't care for that. Yep, I think we're just going straight to the Void Fields. Should I have jumped? Was it necessary to jump? Did that really help anybody, or did it just make it much scarier? I'm not gonna lie, though. I will miss... part of me kind of hopes that we do get the Head Stomper for finishing this, just because I really want to see the flying turrets again. Very impressive leg strength. I don't know why you would even develop them that way. Alright. We'll probably do this first cell on camera just to see if the turret slow is stacking with the Chrono Bauble slow in the way that I want. Lemurians. I might want to actually take it easy on the mines here. If we want something to get close enough for it to get turreted. It looks like it was. It looks like... I'm pretty sure there was a red down arrow and a yellow down arrow. So... that means that we just need the bleed thing, and then like any other one debuff, it will probably be gasoline. I mean, just given commonality. But that's good news. That very well may lead to us having a very powerful death mark that the turrets will be able to apply on their own. So the Lemurians are potentially a dangerous first enemy for us to pull here. They have a ranged attack. They're better at applying a lot of the really annoying items than some of the other enemies are. Some of the enemies that you frequently see here. And then on top of that, with their jump, they're mobile enough to actually reach. You even when you're on the higher up cell beds, so you're going to get attacked by them no matter what. We might be cool to just stay on, actually. That cautious slug is going to make this a little bit faster. There it goes. I was going to say, or maybe we're already healing at that rate and it's just very bad. Well, it's not great either way, I guess. Alright, you know what? I'm not going to make you sit through this. We'll be right back. Alright, I'm pulling you back in before the end here because this has actually gotten fairly difficult and I think there's a non-zero chance we're going to die. So if that happens, I think I probably ought to be on camera. As you can see, we have gained a couple of monsters who have flying attacks that are trickier to dodge, and at this point, the monsters are rolling 5 tri-tip daggers, 3 air-to-ground missile launchers, and 5 crowbars, and actually it's kind of terrifying. So we have some basic stuff. We have a ring now. We have a leech seed that we just picked up, which I hope will be helpful. I think there's a serious non-zero chance that we will die before the end of this, especially given that they still have yet to get their red item. Okay. That's probably not a big deal. Them getting that ring is probably not a big deal. And we gotta be very, very vigilant about the flying enemies. Make sure that we are taking them seriously. Because, like, a random wisp attack that triggers bleed and also Lemurians, that's not great. That's right. The last couple cells were really high up, and so it didn't matter too much that there were Lemurians, but they can actually get to us here. Yeah, if they manage to trigger all of their stuff on the same attack, like, it could actually kill us. The amount of damage dealt by these missiles is very non-trivial. To say nothing of, like, if an imp actually gets in here and gets to melee me, that's bad. Did we lose a turret? No, one of our turrets is not present. Okay, it's over there. But it's certainly not dead. Yeah, it's getting intense. Okay, so we now have both of the rings, which is pretty cool. Okay, that's a little inconvenient. Fortunately, we do have our Hopu feather, which will shorten this trip by a little bit. We don't actually move that fast, and we don't have a ton of healing stuff, so the trips through the void are a little scary. I mean, obviously we have our cautious slug. That is 100% of our healing. It's all right. We'll get in here and we'll just take a little bit of a breather. So we've got the final slate of enemies. They are going to get 1 red item to go with this, and there are a lot of red items that would not be so bad for them to get. It's already incredibly dangerous for any of them to hit us. So, like, meat hook probably doesn't mean anything, although I don't know how much they're hitting our turrets, and if they did hit one of our turrets and it meat hooked us outside of the void zone, that could be bad. It might be okay for them to get Tesla coil here. We might be able to survive a Tesla coil because we're mostly holding them at pretty great distance, and the wisps tend to stay far away. The vultures sometimes stay far away. I might wait to pull the cell until the cooldown is up on our turrets here, just so that we have 2 replacements. Because as you saw last time, our turrets are taking some serious damage here. I did have a turret die at pretty close to the beginning of the cell on the one previous. All right, here we go. Go forth, fireworks. Show them who is the boss. All right, let's make sure that we are replacing the lost mines as quickly as possible. Yep, great example of just a huge amount of damage coming from a very normal attack. That's not going to hit. Actually, it was closer than I thought it would be. Just make sure we're picking those guys up. Make sure we're replacing the mines. Okay. I think we may just survive this. It got close, though. I definitely was, like, under 50 health at one point during Cell 7. Ow, yeah, that was a big hit. Okay, Wake of Vultures. Not amazing, but it has some value. This might be one of the ones that I am least excited to receive here, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, I guess the one where healing sometimes causes you to shoot out skulls would be not great for us. We don't really have a good healing item set up for that. But honestly, aside from that, this might be this might be the one I am least excited to receive here. I don't think Wake of Vultures is bad in general, but I do think it's not great at the point in the game that we are at. And we need things to help us even get to the place where Wake of Vultures becomes pretty good, which is definitely post-loop. So maybe not the best start we've ever had. And unfortunately, our turrets don't have a way of triggering their own bans. If we could get an air-to-ground missile launcher, we could fix that little problem. Man, there's a lot of stuff to buy up here. It is a real shame that there is there is no source of money. God, a blood shrine. A blood shrine would have been lovely. Yeah, there's not even anything for us to shoot at. Alright, we'll just disengage and probably have to leave all of that stuff behind. Can we tell where the turret is from here? Oh, can't target at that distance, apparently. Alright, how much is it going to take to open one of these? That's 224. So yeah, we are not going to have enough money for the adaptive chest until, like, boss fight time. We may as well just open some other stuff here. Alright, I mean, we do not have a lot of ways of restoring health right now. So I guess it's good to get one. Alright, we did kill him. So I don't see the thing. It could be around the backside of this platform that we're on now. Okay, he's dead. Looks like it's not, though. It could be on the backside of the hill. It's possible that we just can't see it yet because it is blocked by the terrain. That's interesting. That guy caught fire from our explosive. I think... Oh no, it's not going to be over there. I think we were no longer fire-enabled by the time that happened. So I think that tells us that the attack has the properties that you had when you initially launched it. Show me something really compelling. I'll take it. It's an item that does something. Maybe I'm underestimating the number of elites that we usually see. We are in fact elite empowered a pretty large percentage of the time. Oh wait, there are embers over here. Yeah, there it is. The teleport is just on the other side of the rock, it looks like. Well, it was pretty stealthy. Alright, so we have a, Damn it, beetles. We have one of those war horns in addition to our Gorag's Opus, so when we hit our equipment, we are... I don't know if there's an attack speed cap in this game, but we would at least be close to it, I have to imagine, if there is. I didn't even see the electric elite. I mean, we killed it. We got its power. It's definitely dead, but I have no idea where it was at any point during that process. Alright, well, I'm a little torn about leaving quickly or going back up to the first platform to spend this money. I wish we had a little bit more move speed stuff. The thing is, we have a bunch of money and we know where there are a lot of items. I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna see how quickly we can do it. It's possible that a lot of the difficulties we're seeing are just due to me not going fast enough. Because, you know, we did go real fast with the loader, and that turned out pretty well, but I don't know, I don't feel like I was going that quickly with Rex, was I? I mean, how would I even? So maybe the problem is more us being underprepared, or maybe the problem is more, you know, me just, like, not doing a good job of play. Maybe the issue is on that level. And we're getting to cross this thing fairly quickly. Alright, that's excellent. That is very, very good. It's pretty easy for me to, like, want a particular item and just press the button if that item shows up. The problem is if I'm not looking for a one individual thing, and I'm trying to process, what is that item? Would it be good? Should I hit the button now? I just can't. I can't do it before it changes. Hoping for one item feels a little unlikely to pay off unless it's a common. I don't think I want to change out Gorag's Opus. I do think that I'm overjoyed that we pulled that. Take another one of these. And here, I think I'd rather have a random. Okay. Alright, I think that's probably all we should spend our time getting. Let's get out of here. Oh, I didn't realize there was a chest down here. It's just on our way out. We may as well. Wow. We've gotten a lot of bustling fungus. Was it all in this level? Did we pick up 4 bustling fungus here? Yeah, I guess we must have, because the Wake of Vultures is where the items from the Void ended. So, I mean, first of all, hey, we picked up a fair number of items on this level. I feel pretty good about that. We got a lot of stuff. But... but wow, it sure does suck that 4 of it was bustling fungus. If we find a grinder, obviously, we are grinding the hell out of all of these mushrooms. And then, hopefully, we'll find, like, a crit printer or something. Alright, show me Abyssal Zone? Nope, we get Siren's Call. I mean, Siren's Call's fine. Attach mines to it as quickly as possible. Bad news, that thing survived. You know, I will say this about Wake of Vultures. It is a source of debuffs. It's very unreliable, but you can get debuffs from it, and so it does help you apply your death mark. Obviously, we're not doing a good job of applying our death mark, but it is at least feasible for us to do so. Maybe we should do that artifact code. If we, you know, obviously, if we make it. First of all, it'll allow us to skip a boss fight. And secondly, in the artifact trial, the artifact trials can be very difficult, but in the artifact trial, time is not ticking away, and you are just potentially getting free stuff. I definitely just fired a whole bunch of missiles at some nests over there, so that should help us spawn the boss. What have we here? We don't actually have a ukulele yet. I would like one at the very least. Oh, I thought I saw eggs. The positions of the nests might be totally not random. Okay, this feels like the time to start turreting up here. And in fact, I'm gonna ring the bell as well. Yeah, there we go. Because almost every, not literally every, but almost every one of the elite forms gives you some debuff. Although I don't know, the electric bombs probably don't actually debuff. Ooh, tough. I think I'm going to take this, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that was right. Because obviously those bands have some significant value. Alright, I guess let's jump down and continue scouting for eggs. Alright, we got teleporter embers down here. It's good to know. Okay, the nest locations are definitely at least semi-random. Probably what it is like there's 15 places where there can be nests, and out on any individual run, only like 7 of them have them. But we are definitely seeing some places where we have seen nests in the past where there are not nests this time. Okay, the Aegis is definitely compelling. I do love Barrier. It makes me feel like we really made the right decision with the Harvester's Scythe. Oh, that was clumsy. There we go. There are eggs in here. There are not. We didn't actually check the flat ground over here. Yeah, like this. Alright. Well, incoming. But that feels like a pretty good start. Unfortunately, there's basically no way for us to get a death mark onto him without finding an elite to kill. Because I think we're just short one debuff. Hold on, does the Karos band applies one? Yeah, okay. So we sometimes have a debuff. Turrets. We are turret reliant. The turrets are carrying one of our debuffs, so we do need those guys up. Okay, we're clear. Come on. Burn him down before he... Yes, good. Before he shields again. What did we get? We got Meat Hook. It's fine, I guess. Alright, let's run through the underground real fast, because like this is the place where we haven't looked. Boy, it seems like we're seeing these things a lot more frequently today. I wonder if there was a change there, or if it's just weird luck. Okay, predatory instincts, pretty good. Thank you, fireworks. We haven't found a grinder, which makes me probably not want to use. Never mind, there's a grinder. Nope. Yeah, that's a turret. It looked like a grinder from far away. Okay, Will-o'-the-Wisp is pretty good. We got some good stuff here. If I can keep myself from getting blown up in a really stupid way, I feel like we got a real shot. This is a powerful set of items. Yo, that's a lot of explosions. Alright, pretty happy with that. Oh, please die, please die. Okay, ooh. I got a little close. Oh, right. My turrets will sometimes appear to be elites. Got spooked a little bit there and thought I had accidentally landed on top of a scary fire elite. Wow. Okay, well this last little bit has been very good for us in terms of item quality. We are receiving a lot of powerful things. I don't even know where the enemies are. Let's just throw some mines kind of all over the place. They'll figure it out. I think that's kind of a lot of our run with the engineer here is just get projectiles into the air and let them figure out the targeting. Alright, so there's definitely some stuff that's got the red you can't loot this right now clause on it up there. So I'd like to go check that out, and then we can just jump down on top of the teleporter. It might just have been turrets. I know there was at least 1 or 2 turrets up here I didn't activate. Yeah, I think it's just turrets. Alright, well, we'll hit that and then get out of here then. And we are back to having actual no fall damage, on top of having ways of negating our fall damage. Which is cool, because it means I can be lazy. Alright, now I do not remember the code, but I did take screenshots of both of the halves of it. So it's possible that the smart move here is going to be to, I might just... Oh, wow, it spawned us down here. Well, that feels like... It feels like the game is basically begging us to go to the artifact trial, right? Who am I? Am I cruel enough to disregard such an ardent request? Spoilers. No. No, I am not. Wow. Weird item quality today. Alright. That is real expensive. I think we are, in fact, going to just skip this whole level, basically. We'll go do an artifact thing. I am going to have to pause the game, though, to go look up the halves of the thing on the screenshot. So I'm going to pause you guys, too. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I've got it. I'm not 100% sure. The break isn't super clear, and I think the bottom circle is a triangle. We're going to try it as both a triangle and a circle, because these are all either, I guess, sphere. These are all either pyramid or sphere. These ones I feel pretty confident about. And then I think this one's a triangle, but you can only see a little tiny bit of it. Let's give that a shot. I don't actually know what happens if you put in a bad code and then press the button. So, this is probably a good sign. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's go discover what sort of artifact we have figured out. And this allows us to move through this level without having to fight a potentially difficult boss, and really without spending any time at all, although we also didn't get any loot. And this will drop us right back on the first level, looped in. Hey, that's a pretty spooky looking artifact. Okay. It's a weird number of these right near the beginning. Actually, you know what? I should probably hold off. Let's open those after we can make use of the fireworks. Okay, wow, that just threw me straight up in the air. What is that? I am fairly sure that is a thing I've never seen before. A type of chest I've never seen before. Is that the legendary chest that usually appears on the abyssal depths? It sure is, I think. It's not red, it's like a gold version of it. Okay. Well, we'll worry about that in a second. I should probably, like, fight enemies. So 7,600 is a fair amount of money. Never mind. The enemies are dropping a lot of cash. So it's not clear to me what the rules are here for this particular artifact. Nothing is jumping to my attention. Oh, key. Awesome. Ooh, a band printer. That's interesting. Well, let's not bother activating these random turrets. And then I guess we might want to just not not turn in the last thing, right? Because obviously I want extra legendary item. And I believe it will continue to spawn enemies at us infinitely, even if all of the artifact keys have spawned. Let's just get some mines out there. Hopefully they can do some work. I don't know what that was. It looked like the wandering vagrant thing. It's not the first time we've seen one of those since we started the Embry here. I'm hearing lots of noise happening all around us, but there's not actually a lot of stuff for me to lock onto. Obviously, part of the problem is that the big dumb thing in the middle is constantly shooting, and the way it's shooting makes sound. You just have projectiles coming from out of nowhere all the time. Hey, that was pretty good. Yeah, this seems like a really safe place to fight from, honestly. The enemies don't seem to have any idea how to get up here. So an artifact key has dropped, but we're gonna farm a little bit because I want to open this chest. I didn't realize that this kind of stuff could spawn in here. Maybe if you're gonna loop, it's worth doing the Ambry. I wonder if you can start the teleporter, fight the boss, and then still come down to the artifact thing and put in a code. Because if so, that seems like a pretty good idea. I kind of don't want to go down there and get that until we're actually going to go put it in, because I don't want to leave the perfect safety of my safety zone. Yeah, whatever this artifact's rules are, they definitely have something to do with the vagrant-like Nova thing we keep seeing. I have no idea what they might be. That feels pretty okay. So yeah, I think the ground-pound enemies have to follow the path that our turrets are trying to follow over there. Like, there's that one jump pad way at the bottom that leads up onto this platform, and then from there up onto the platform we're on. And obviously there's at least one spawn. Sometimes enemies are spawning up here. And flying enemies can do whatever, but we are, like, very safe. Having figured this out definitely makes doing artifact trials less scary. Yo! I was not paying enough attention, and a guy got up here, and he is a very serious guy. That's one of those serious guys you always hear about. Our turrets are trying. Our turrets. Our turrets are trying their best to be helpful. They want to contribute. You can tell they want to. Okay, yeah, I think it is just the red item chest from the thing, except that it's lit a little bit different here because the lighting in this area is different. Alright, well, I want to open this up, and then we're going to go ahead and cash in this artifact key. Shoot fire at me. What's wrong with you? God, Lemurians are so tough. Okay. I like an infusion. Interesting. It did take my key, but it didn't throw me backward the way it usually does. So as you can see, the artifact key that was down here already did not respawn. Or it despawned when I took the thing. It despawned when we cashed in our artifact key. So you can't just let a bunch of them build up on the ground and then do this in total safety. Alright, well, I'm going to go back to my safety zone. Is there anything else around here to open? I think we've gotten all of the chests that we've seen. Let's go up here first. Yeah, nothing. Well, I feel pretty good about having gotten a free life, while also avoiding all of our difficult responsibilities. Alright, let's just go ahead and get out of here. In theory, we could, like, sit around and farm forever. Just get lots and lots of XP this way, but we've gotten all the items we're getting. That's good enough for me. Wow, that really, really launched me. The Artifact of Frailty. Interesting. What could this possibly mean? Oh wait, that's right. I gotta go this way. Alright, so we have, at the very least, successfully achieved looping. And we got a free life that we sort of don't deserve. I feel like we kind of scammed the system a little bit. It did start me down by the artifact thing. Like, it could not have suggested to us any harder that we take this path. Alright, so we just gotta make it to the 3rd level. And we are full on in, we are full on in press the teleporter as fast as possible and get out of here button mode. Button mode? That's the button mode that we are in. That isn't the mode that we are using to determine when to press the buttons. Okay, I see embers. I see a healing drone, which I guess would be okay to have. Alright, let's do it. A bunch of elites, right as the boss is spawning, which has some obvious benefits for us. Oh my god, my mobility, it's too great. I can't actually control my character at all. Oh, interesting. The turrets get their names changed when they take on an elite trait. That's pretty cool. This is the part of the run where you would expect Wake of Vultures starts to become really good and powerful. To be clear, I was not complaining earlier that we got Wake of Vultures, just that I was worried we were going to need help surviving to this point. There we go. And you know, it doesn't really matter to me if the turrets are the ones getting the kills and getting the elite traits. Like, that's just as good. So there's clearly some lootables over there. Of course, there's stuff down here we didn't look at all. We'll grab some things really quickly before we move on. And I'm really happy with a guillotine as a boss drop at this point. So many different slows applied. Nobody's going anywhere. Give me something cool. Okay. I should have been more specific. Something cool and combat relevant. Grab you. Grab that thing. It looks like it has glasses in it. I'm very into that. Where are we at crit-wise? We have headdress plus axe plus 3 pairs of glasses now. Which I think is 40%. I think headdress and axe are 5 each. Oh, good. Now we'll take 5 less damage every time we are hit. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, I thought that splotch there was a lockbox, but actually we don't even have any keys. Alright, 31 minutes is not so bad. I'd be a little... No, you know what? I would be okay. I would be okay with 45 minutes at the end of Stage 6 in normal difficulty. that's not the boss. There he is. Get him, fellas. Sometimes it seems like this boss just like can't track you, even if you're just circle strafing at a normal speed. Like, we're really not very fast. I was expecting to just have to fight through the damage there, but it didn't happen that way for some reason. It's never clear to me, as you can probably tell, when we will and will not be horribly murdered by that laser attack. Is he not? Wow, he is not even close to dead. You put all of the mines and all of the harpoons into him, that usually does the job. These guys are just too strong. Alright, at this point, I don't know that I feel the need to Battle Shrine anymore. I think we're going to skip it. I am not a big fan of this. I am, however, a big fan of the amount of attack speed that we have with Gorag's Opus up. Holy crap. Unfortunately, this one we're going to have to do semi-fairly. Oh god, spooky elites. Now, I'm going to back off of the boss for a second here. Just try to make sure that this thing goes down. Because, frankly, I think it's more dangerous than the boss is. Okay. Yeah, the elites that make other things invisible are also something of a threat. Both my turrets still up? Yeah, let's do it. Unfortunately, my turrets are not shooting the boss, and I can't get 4 debuffs without them. There we go. Yeah, one downside of these turrets, the mobile turrets, for sure, is that they just kind of wander off and do whatever they feel like sometimes, and could be a real danger, because our turrets are definitely like a huge percentage of our total enemy killing power. Let's go hit that chance shrine a couple of times, and then I think we can probably just bail. Go forth, fireworks, and do my job for me. Hooray! Alright. That was fairly expensive. It's me, the Blazing Engineer. Alright, so 35 minutes. We are on the final stage here. All we have to do is beat this one and then take the Celestial Portal. Oh, crabs. I do need you to actually die. Oh, right, no turrets. I was like, where the hell are my turrets? How'd they get distracted already? But I did not place them. Yeah, well, they stack up the bleeds very quickly, don't they? Alright, I don't think I'm going to bother with that. The odds that it would be something useful are too low, I think. there it is. Okay, we are wasting no time on this one. Alright, hopefully that thing will just die from that, because I really don't want to have to deal with it during the boss fight. Maybe clear up some of the elites around here a little bit before we press the button. Okay. Seems like a fine time to go forward. Malachite Stone Golem is not good. I don't much like having to deal with Malachite enemies. Let's just do our best to fire all of the grenades. I'm not even fighting the bosses. Okay, there we go. Now I'm targeting stuff in at least the general direction of the really dangerous enemies. Oh yeah, as soon as we become blazing, like the death marks are assured. So both my turrets are dead. Gosh, I am not a big fan of the number of stone golems that are still alive. Never mind. Everything's fine. I killed one electric elite, and it caused all of my attacks to apply so many of those little electric bombs that it just killed everything in the area. Alright. Alright, I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but I will say that I think we've probably got this at this point. Seems like it would be very difficult for anything to spawn right now. That's going to be scarier than the Malachite golems were. Oh, sweet celestial portal. Okay, whew. Well, after that last series of episodes, I was starting to think that we just didn't have it anymore, that I had just gotten absurdly lucky a couple times in a row. Now, I think only maybe is that what happened. This has been a big confidence booster, is what I'm saying. Yeah, that's exactly what I was afraid of. There we go. The wax quail. I am still very not used to it. What a weird item. There's like a lot of crumbling noises coming from the vicinity of that island over there. Could we reach that? No, probably not. I guess if you had enough wax quails, you could probably get just about anywhere. I hit my head on that lintel as I was coming off the platform. Alright, well, we'll just take a moment here and then eventually... There we go. So where is that island? Oh, there's another one. That's definitely way higher. It's actually really hard to see them. Okay, so it's right there. It's really hard to see them if they're not, like, very close to the horizon. It is interesting that there are islands that far out there, given this game and, like, even just the things we've witnessed this episode. It's philosophy about information. I bet that there is something on those islands. Who would be best to go get that? Mercenary, maybe? Oh. If you could get a good swing going off of one of these bits of architecture with the loader, and you had a couple of hopu feathers and something, maybe you could get all the way out there. Alright, well, never have I been so happy to just completely obliterate myself from existence. Hold on a second. You guys have done so much of the work. You get to obliterate with me. Yep, they sure did. Okay. What are we, 3 for 6 now? That's something. So what exactly is the Artifact of Frailty? What is this thing that we unlocked? Fall damage is doubled and lethal. Oh! Was that the case during that whole artifact trial? I guess we didn't really... Oh, we already were immune to fall damage by the time the trial started. That's interesting. Why would you ever want to do... Why would you ever want to run with this? Alright, let's look at our new color scheme. Is it cool? It's fine. Again, it's not just a color scheme. We also get a hat. Honestly, I don't know. I kind of like the purple and the green. Yeah, hat aside, I think I'd probably want to stick with this. Alright, well, that is going to have to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Gosh, I'm bummed out about the way that is performing these days. When you come back next time, Monday, which is the next time, I guess it'll be time for some of the easier characters, right? We still have Multi left and Huntress and Commando. Commando may or may not end up being an easy character. Oh man, and then also the Captain. Maybe I miscounted the number of characters we have to... Well, whatever. We're not going to end up getting a win with everybody anyway, but I'm anticipating that we will at least have a real strong shot with several of next week's characters. So come back then for that, and we'll see you then.